Hey everyone, so here we are 1 week after the Bitcoin halving, and the Bitcoin price is at $63,700 right now. So what's happened this past week? Well, it's just a week's gone by. So from a supply perspective, there are 3,150 fewer Bitcoin on the market than there would have been if the halving exactly 7 days ago had not happened. And like any stock, which is or bond or anything that's impacted by a lot of variables in the world, the price continues to go up and down. So the way to maybe think about that is it's just building ahead of steam, right? So the supply shock of having fewer Bitcoin continues to compound by 10 Bitcoin every 10 minutes. And the demand for Bitcoin is still driven by, whatever's happening everywhere in the world. And right now, the complete idiots in Washington, D.C. are convinced that they're going to get us in every single foreign war imaginable so that U.S. weapons are fighting U.S. weapons all over the world, and it's absolutely insane. So that has some people freaked out. Also, after the markets closed today, Republic First Bank or First Republic Bank, one of the two, whatever the name is, in Pennsylvania got shut by regulators, and that's going to cost $600 or $700 million from the FDIC. That happened in the last few hours. And also, the Hong Kong Bitcoin ETFs start trading in 4 days on April 30th, and that is open to anyone in Hong Kong and anyone who has Chinese mainland residents who have residency in Hong Kong. And so there's a lot of money there. So all those interplay of factors means the price bounces around a little bit. It goes up a little bit, and there's people who want to get off the train, so it goes back down. Then there's people who want to get on the train because it's down a little bit, and so it goes back up. And it just hovers around. And all of those forces are interacting with Bitcoin all over the world among 8 billion different people, only a tiny percentage of which have any Bitcoin or even know what's going on. So very small percentage of the people who own Bitcoin have any idea. Well, first of all, a very small percentage of the 8 billion people in the world have any Bitcoin at all. And only a very small percentage of those people have any idea what the halving is, or that an ETF is going live in Hong Kong, or that a bank just got shut down in the last few hours. So a million different supply and demand dynamics in play at any given time, and the price just does what it does. So if you have never done any investing before, you might wonder why the price just goes sideways sometimes. If you've done any investing in Amazon, Tesla, or any other stock, you know that there's weeks or months at a time where the price does not seem to reflect any of the realities that you see yourself. So if you're following every single thing that Amazon does or that Tesla does, and you know every exciting new development, and you listen to every shareholder call, very often you think, wait, why is the price not going up? Something amazing just happened. And the answer is, well, because somewhere else in the world, something bad just happened. And so while some people are buying, other people are selling, and all of it is a matter of long term. All that matters is long term. So anyway, in the near term, I think, could take another few weeks, could take a month or two, could take whatever. But eventually the less into Bitcoin supply that is a result of the Bitcoin halving, that by definition has to catch up because of the laws of supply and demand. And eventually the less Bitcoin will result in an increase in price. So anyway, if you're just curious after watching Bitcoin for a week, is everything on track? The answer is always yes. Is there anything wrong with Bitcoin? The answer is always no. And just like this feels very similar to the month after the Bitcoin ETFs launched. So the ETFs launched on January 10th, and it took about an entire month until the price of Bitcoin was consistently higher than that launch price. And then the price went up by nearly 50%. So it just feels like that again. And that tends to be the way it always feels when you have some major event and then the stock is choppy, or in this case, the price of Bitcoin is choppy, and it's all good. So anyway, the plan is always the same. Buy as much Bitcoin as you possibly can, hold it as long as conceivably possible. And, the next time Bitcoin levels off at $90,000 or 110 or 130 and it's going choppy, someone who bought it at 130,000 will wonder why it's trading in the 120s. And they'll be asking you, hey, is there something wrong with Bitcoin? I bought it for 129. Now it's trading in the 20s, the 120s. And, it's down 5,000 from where I bought it. Is there something wrong with Bitcoin? And you'll be sitting on Bitcoin that you bought in the, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70,000s, whatever it was, and thinking, wow, I'm up 50%. Well, that's the way everybody who bought before the Bitcoin ETFs on January 10th, or actually even in the month after, anybody who bought before about February 10 is sitting on, something in the ballpark of a 50% increase at today's prices. So anyway, the goal is to be one of those people after the next big price rise. And the way you get there is to buy as much Bitcoin as you can. So just some highlights on that. And I'm going to record a couple more videos tonight because I have a few minutes to do that. So this is the first of what hopefully will be multiple. Thanks.